Bonjour, hi my loves. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing fine. So, in today's episode, I will solely be talking about the TV show One Day and give you guys my full on review. So, if you haven't watched the TV show, I'm warning you guys from the start, there will be spoilers. 1000% guarantee. So, I really don't know where to start. I literally just finished the TV show like in less than 30 minutes. Less than 30 minutes ago, sorry. And uh, so let's give you guys a little bit of a backstory. 4 years ago, in August 2020, your girl one day was like, no pun intended, I was looking for a movie to watch on Netflix, and I came across the movie One Day with Anne Hathaway and Jim Strudges. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Started the movie. I really liked the movie, but in the last before the last 30 minutes of the movie, I took a pause and I never finished it back. I wasn't that's kind of my flaw when it comes to watching movies and TV shows. If it's like a story that I really love, I won't finish it because usually it happens to me with the TV shows because I kind of have the opportunity to get more attached to the characters. So when like I'm in the last season, I tend to like stop watching and taking a huge break because I don't want the show to end because I love the characters and the universe so much. So I can easily like take a pause for like a couple years. Your girl has issues. And usually it doesn't happen to movies, but it did with this one because I thought that so basically I watched the movie up until when the guy, Dex, had a baby girl and he was married to the other woman. And on the July 15, I don't know what year, he was meeting Anne Hathaway. And that's when I stopped. So I didn't know that he like got divorced and all that. I didn't know that. So then the TV show gets out on Netflix, and my friend Ariane, she sent me a lot of Snapchat videos telling me like I should absolutely watch it, and she even gave me a warning to be cautious because I may have a mental breakdown at the end of the TV show. And I was having like a lot of homeworks to do and like a lot of team projects and stuff, so I was like, you know what, I'll watch it in a week. Now I watched it like I started it on Monday. I binge watched the first 12 episodes and then I took a day off, a little day break, and I finished it 20 minutes ago. And oh my fucking god, when I finished the TV show, I watched back the 30 minutes of the movie that I haven't watched to kind of compare it. And let me tell you guys, if you just watched the TV show for the first time and you have never watched the movie, I feel like it's unnecessary for you to watch the movie because it's really, really, really similar. When I watched the last 30 minutes, I forgot how similar the movie was from the TV show to the TV show. Like, the scenes are literally the same. It's just in the TV show, it's a little bit more in depth. So, you're probably wondering, Aya, did you have a mental breakdown? Surprisingly, I didn't. And let me tell you guys why. I think that because my friend Ariane and also my friend Chloe watched the TV show and she had a mental breakdown, she was like, girl, you need to watch the show right now. And I feel like because both of my friends warned me that I will have a mental breakdown, I kind of like took it as a challenge and I was like, you know what? I won't. Because I was prepared to have a mental breakdown. And the mental breakdown, you have it in the last few minutes of episode 13 and during the whole entirety of episode 14. So I was kind of prepared. And what was I going? Where was I going with that? Where was I going with that? Wait, I'm gonna take a water break. Yeah, the breakdown. So because I was sorry. Like I said in like one of the first few episodes, every time I drink water, my throat makes a weird sound. I don't know why. But unnecessary. Yeah, so I was already prepared, so that's why I didn't cry. Let me tell you, in the last episode when Dex has all the flashbacks of like all the moments he spent with Emma, I was close. I had like close to shed a tear, but I didn't. So let's give you guys now my full-on opinions on the character Dex and Emma and the whole story. Oh my god. I feel like, also, I've watched a couple of TikToks and I read some opinions on Reddit to kind of like see if I'm the only one who thinks that and if I'm wrong. But we know here that I'm never wrong. That I'm never wrong. A Virgo woman is never wrong. And, oh my fucking god. First of all, I want to say, a lot of people on TikTok are saying that, oh, it's Dex's fault that they didn't get together sooner. Emma was so ready for him, but he just, like, never was. And it's when she was at her highest, when she got, like, her little book out and she was starting to be successful, and when he was like at his lowest. He just got cheated by his wife, he lost his job and blah blah blah. That's when he realized that Emma was like the one and blah 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 blah. Let me tell you guys that Emma, I feel like it's no one's fault, honestly. It's just timing in its life. I feel like Dexter, yes, he was in the first few years of them knowing each other. Dexter was fully in his like partying era. He was like not searching for something serious. He was living his young man years, whatever. But I feel like, so he wasn't ready to commit, basically. But Emma, on the other hand, I feel like she was, and I don't want to like sound as if I'm judging her or like pointing fingers at her at all, but I feel like Emma wasn't confident enough back then to be with Dex, because she would clearly show like signs of insecurities. For example, just the first night where they were like hooking up, whatever, she clearly felt like kind of insecure because she saw him as like Dex, the most popular guy in uni and blah blah blah, and how could he like get with me, like a nerd and blah blah blah. And you clearly see it through, even in her trip to Greece, I think Greece with Dex. She would like, I don't know, she had like a lot of insecure moments that just tells me that in her younger years she's insecure, and she wouldn't have been confident enough to be with someone like Dex, who's super charming and kind of naturally flirtatious, whether he wants to be or not. And Dex, he's such an interesting character because I feel like he could have made the realization that Emma was the right one, and that the whole realization that you need to be with the ones you love sooner than later because tomorrow is not guaranteed and blah blah blah, when his mother died. Because his mother, during her last months, she was like giving not giving a hard time to Dex, but she was like telling him like a lot of times like, dude, you know, life is not about like partying. You need to like find yourself. You're better than just being like on TV and being a host and blah blah blah. And she would like give him a lot of hints about Emma and saying like, Emma is a good girl, she's great. I see you like feeling good when you're around her and blah 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 blah. And I feel like once his mother died, I feel like he could have had this realization that not necessarily that Emma was the one, but like sake, I don't know. I mean, yeah, he could have had the realization that Emma was the one, but at the same time, on the other hand, I see why it just made the situation worse and why it made his commitment issues worse, because he just lost the woman that he will love the most in life, his mother. So like, why would he like put himself in a situation, in a relationship with someone that he genuinely cares about, which is Emma, if she may end up breaking his heart? So I get him at the same time why he didn't, had end up with Emma back then, soon after his mother died. And of course he was grieving and blah blah blah. I'm aware of that. And something that I love about the TV show is that they really took the time to develop and to let us see Dex's character, his highs and lows. But at the same time, I didn't like that they didn't do the same to Emma. I feel like we haven't had like any backstory on Emma's life, on Emma's family situation, on her like lowest moments, the things that she's really going through. Yes, we saw it when she was like searching herself, like in the work perspective, like in what job she should work in, what's her purpose in life and stuff, but we didn't see it in an emotional level. She didn't have like a soul searching period. While as Dex, yes, he had like a soul searching period and stuff, but at the same time we saw him like struggle with his work, and like him like trying to find himself back and go from like being a famous guy to like working in a bakery and all of that. Like, I'm aware of all. It's sad that we didn't get the chance to see the same with Emma's, to the point where I even thought that because I felt like the show was so much more focused on Dex, I thought that Dex was the one who'd end up dead. So you're probably wondering, how did you know that someone will be dead? It's because my friends, the way they gave me the warning that I may have a mental breakdown, I don't know if I said it earlier, but I thought when I first watched the movie with Anne Hathaway, and because I didn't watch the last 30 minutes, I thought that the movie would end like just them basically like just being friends, and like, well, not even being friends, like they'll break our friendships because like it's too complicated and one of them is like in love while the other isn't. I thought that was going to be the end. I didn't expect a death. But because for the show, when my friends insisted a lot about the mental breakdown part, and when I was watching episode 13 and I was surprised that they got together, I was like, okay, so if they got together, I know it's impossible that one of them will be cheating on the other one, so death must be the cause. So I was sure that Dex would be the one dying, but I was surprised and shocked when it was actually Emma. Sorry. And another point that I want to add is something that I don't like about Dex. Well, it's not about Dex specifically, but it kind of like triggers me because he represents a lot of men in society that are like, you know, the type of man who knows that this girl, and I'm not saying it as if like I've been through this. No, my life is boring as fuck. But I've seen people going through this, and I've watched movies and stuff, blah blah blah. And it's still pissing me the fuck out. But I've seen men in real life having like knowing that this girl is the good one, like is the one, but they're just not ready yet to commit. So they kind of like try to like give in a little to the girl who's the one by saying like, oh, I really really like you, it's just not the right timing and blah blah blah, and kind of giving her false hopes. And they'll go have their little time, their little fun, and once they're ready, they'll go back to the girl. I've seen that scenario happen so much. Not necessarily them being able to get back to the girl, but that the whole them knowing that the girl not necessarily is their soulmate, but like they have a potential with the girl, and they would actually be in a relationship with the girl if the guy wasn't in his party phase and like hooking up phase. And it really triggered me when I saw Dex being this type of guy. I was like, not again. It's, oh my god. And also, both of them, like all the characters, they were so good at portraying the characters' emotions. I really really love that. And also, sorry, I'm not following like a plan on like the things that I want to talk about. It just, when I have an idea, I just shout it. In the last episode 13, when the spirit of Emma was talking to Dex, and she was like saying like, oh, she was so beautiful in her 20s, it's too bad that she didn't like realize it back then. And Dex was like, I did. And when she said, oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Why am I crying now? I didn't even cry at her death. What the hell? When she said, sometimes you did, sometimes you didn't. Like, oh my fucking, like, that, honestly, I could never be Emma. Waiting for a man, I don't necessarily know if she really waited for him, but clearly she did. Like, Dex was kind of the one who had, I feel like, the powers in his hand to, like, he was the one, like, he was clearly the one who was, like, who could have, oh my god, I don't even have the words! Definitely, if Dex wanted to be with Emma, like, 5 years earlier, Emma would have been down. She would have dropped everything and everyone, and she has proven that when she was dating the French guy and Dex came back in her life and she just left the French guy and to be with Dex. She literally proven that. But Dex, and she would, technically Emma could have, if she wanted to be with Dex 5 years earlier, be with him, but because I feel like, because from the start of their whole friendship, from the first interaction that they had, Emma put Dex on a pedestal, and she always saw him as this beautiful guy, popular and famous guy who's like, who'll never be with a regular girl and nerdy girl like me. She always put him in this position, so she'll never sacrifice risking their friendship, because she would much more rather just be friends with him forever than risking to like put it on the table that she has feelings for him and him like getting scared away because of that. And when she said the thing about I didn't realize in my 20s that I was beautiful, and Dex said I did, and she says sometimes you did and sometimes you didn't. Oh my fucking, that what the hell? Like, wow. And I was saying that I could never be an Emma because that's being in that, I wouldn't call it a situationship because they were friends, but like being in that position for 10 years, I'm not. I love my peace way too much. I would like cut off things with Dex from the start if I caught feelings with him and he would like be with other girls. I could never let myself be in that position because it's not healthy for me. And I've decided from a really young age that this is not my trajectory. I much more rather have peace and a boring life than an exciting life and be miserable. Wow. Damn. And Dex at the end, like when we had the flashback from episode 2 or 3, when he was running back to Emma after meeting his parents really quickly, and he runs back to her to ask her for her number, and she's like, yeah, okay, and she gives him her number, and they kiss. It's a scene that never actually happened in episode 2 or 3, so it's you just see Dex thinking about what life could have. I'm gonna cry. What the fuck? I didn't even cry while watching the show. I feel like I was so in shock when I saw Emma's dying because I really was sure that it was Dex who was going to die, that I feel like I didn't process the whole situation, and even in the last episode, I'm gonna cry. What the hell? It took me an hour to process the whole thing. But when, it's funny because after I watched the show, I called Chloe, and I was like, what the fuck? That's not sad. These are tears. These are real tears. Wow. So I was saying that Dex was reminiscing. Oh my god, I looked up. Oh wow. When Dex was reminiscing about... Not reminiscing, he was like... wondering... That looks so funny! Well, if you're watching the video podcast on YouTube or Spotify, sorry for the tears. But like Dex was like thinking of what life could have been if he just like kissed her from the start and like was more invested towards Emma from the start. And wow, do I have paper to like my nose? Wait a second. No, I don't. It's okay. It's more relatable, I guess. Yeah, I was like, damn, boy. And the fact that also a man would give anything to anyone but to the woman that he truly loves. I feel like I've seen this narrative happen so many times. Like, the fact that he got married to Silvana, don't know her name, respectfully. He got a baby with her when it was the thing that Emma wanted the most with Dexter. Yes, they got married, but have a baby with him, and they were trying for a year. While with Silvana, whatever her name, they weren't even trying. It just happened. I mean, I don't know. They didn't specify in the TV show. But it just happened that she got pregnant. Oh my god. Why? And by the way, Ian, Emma's first boyfriend, the red hair one, it may be a hot take. He was really cute. I'm not talking about the character, I'm talking about the actor. I feel like he has the similar beauty as Tom Holland. He was, and I'm not saying that because they're both like red brown hair ish. They really like kind of look the same. Whatever. He was hot. Like whatever. And it also like when Ian discovered that Emma has like all these pictures and memories with Dex, it's like I was like, damn. At that time of their lives, was Dex even as invested in their friendship as Emma? Damn. Like, does Dex have pictures of Emma back then? Like, when they were just friends? Not sure, because Emma was the one who took the pictures. Emma was the one writing the love letters and stuff. She didn't give him the love letters, but she would just express her love through the letters that she would write to herself, and not letters, to the notes that she would write in her like journal. Dex never did that. He just like got himself drunk and like get some drugs and whatever. Damn. Oh my fucking god. It's been 26 minutes already of me filming? Damn. I feel like I'm missing something. I'll drink water again. Wow. And tell me why, when they were in the maze and during Tilly's, I think her name is, Emma's best friend, during her wedding, and Dex and Emma were like, you know, kind of like being friends again and like talking about like they've made a mistakes, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. And it was such a beautiful moment. Tell me why they kiss, first of all. And before that they kiss, Dexter tells Emma that he will have a wedding with Sylvana, whatever her name is, and that they're expecting their first baby. Why he was still able to kiss Emma? It wasn't enough, like, he didn't realize back then, even. And I feel like he was in a relationship with Sylvana, whatever, because he thought that was right. I feel like maybe it's a hot take, but if Sylvana, whatever, if she didn't come from a modest and rich family, he wouldn't have been in a relationship with her. I'm not saying that he's a gold digger. No. But I feel like he could have been girlfriend. He could have been in a relationship with her if she didn't come from a rich family. But I feel like he wouldn't have married her because he didn't like her family, and he made emphasis on like how much rich her family is. That's my hot take. Damn. You're probably wondering, do I prefer the movie or the TV show? Honestly, I thought the TV show was going to be like, I didn't think it was going to resemble that much to the movie. I thought it was going to be like more, they would be inspired, but not to the point where scenes would be literally the same. But thank God, because I watched the movie 4 years ago, I didn't really notice that much. It's really at the end of the TV show, when I watch it and watch back the last 30 minutes, that I was like, wait, it really is the same. But I feel like both have pros and cons. And the actor playing Dexter, oh my god, he looks so much like Dacre, whatever his name is, Montgomery, the guy from Stranger Things, Billy. Oh my fucking god, he looks so fucking much like him. During the whole TV show, I was like, Dex is looking, he reminds me of someone, and at first I thought it was Macaulay Culkin. Ugh, I butch his name so bad. The guy from Home Alone, the kid from Home Alone. I thought it was him, but then I saw a TikTok of a girl comparing him to Dacre Montgomery, and I was like, oh my god, they're literally the same. Copy paste. Damn. Honestly, maybe I'm wrong to say this. I'll never fucking accept my future man to have an Emma in his life. Are you fucking crazy? Never in my whole fucking life. Yes, I believe in man and woman friendship, whatever. But not best friends. Hot take. And I fucking hope. Let's prayer time. I feel like it's been 31 minutes? It's a good moment to start to end the episode. Now it's the prayer time. I hope that if you want to watch a rom-com, don't watch fucking One Day, because it will crush you. Like this. Like, no fucking way. Second of all, I hope that you'll never be an Emma or a Dexter in this situation. Like, 10 years of them waiting. No. Oh my god. Like, I hope I'll never be a fucking Emma. And if I do happen to be an Emma, I would much more rather die, honestly. Like, I know I've been saying that I'm not flop era, but that would be like the floppest of all the things that happened in my flop era. Like, don't let that happen. Please, God. I hope that you didn't have a mental breakdown. I swear, like, I fascinate myself sometimes. I was literally watching the TV show, didn't shed a fucking single tear, and now, while talking about it, I cried. I hope that, oh my god, I hope that you will never be an Emma or Dexter, and I hope that I hope that you love the show, honestly. And on that note, have a beautiful night of sleep. I love you. Take care. Au revoir.